The show Pawn Stars has become a cultural staple, known for its blend of historical insight, unique artifacts, and the colorful personalities behind the counter. Set in the heart of Las Vegas, it revolves around the purchasing and selling of distinctive goods from all over the world. The series has drawn fans for years not just because of the rare items featured, but also because of the eccentric and engaging cast who bring a human element to the business of pawning. Among them, one personality has stood out in particular, Chumlee. With his goofy charm, laid-back demeanor, and unexpected depth, Austin Lee Russell, better known as Chumlee, has captured the hearts of viewers. What may come as a surprise to many is that behind the jokes and easygoing exterior, Chumlee is, in fact, the wealthiest member of the cast. Born on September 8, 1982, in Henderson, Nevada, Chumlee grew up surrounded by the glitz and grit of Las Vegas. His upbringing was a unique blend of influences. His father worked in construction while his mother was a DJ, giving him a dual perspective on both the hard-working blue-collar ethic and the entertainment industry's flair. From a young age, he developed an appreciation for quirky, valuable, and collectible items. Las Vegas, a city built on deals, entertainment, and quick transactions, served as the perfect backdrop for his future in bartering and business. Surrounded by casinos, trade shows, and the buzz of commerce, Chumlee's fascination with negotiation and value naturally evolved. His path into the pawn industry began well before the cameras of reality TV entered the picture. As a teenager, Chumlee was already spending a lot of time at the gold and silver pawn shop, thanks to his close friendship with Corey Harrison, son of Rick Harrison and grandson of Richard the Old Man Harrison. The shop, established in 1989, quickly became a familiar stomping ground for the boys. While other teens were preoccupied with sports or video games, Chumlee and Corey were observing the world of deals, watching items move in and out, and soaking in the nuances of negotiation, authenticity checks, and customer interaction. Although Pawn Stars would eventually bring a wave of attention and competition among the shop's growing staff, at one point, with at least 10 other employees vying for screen time, Chumlee stood out in a way that no one expected. He didn't try to mold himself into someone else for the cameras. Instead, he embraced his genuine friendship with Corey and let his naturally humorous personality shine. Their brother-like bond and playful teasing gave the show a heartwarming and relatable dynamic. Unlike others who might have been intimidated by the reality TV spotlight, Chumlee leaned into it, understanding that authenticity was his greatest asset. Beyond his television success, Chumlee made savvy business moves that significantly grew his wealth. He launched his own line of merchandise, capitalizing on his fame, and invested in real estate and other ventures outside of the pawn shop. This entrepreneurial spirit set him apart, showing that behind the comic relief persona was a sharp businessman. His ability to transition from reality star to entrepreneur, while maintaining his likable personality, is a testament to his strategic mind and genuine character. Chumlee's journey from the dusty back rooms of a pawn shop to the pinnacle of fame and fortune underscores a narrative of self-belief, loyalty, and seizing the right opportunities when they come. Chumlee's decision to simply be himself turned out to be the smartest tactic he could have ever played. Producers of Pawn Stars quickly noticed something special about his chemistry with the rest of the Harrison family. Their dynamic, full of natural banter, humor, and genuine camaraderie, helped shape the identity of the show. When Pawn Stars made its debut on the History Channel in 2009, no one anticipated the level of success it would achieve. The show quickly became a massive hit, turning the regular staff of the gold and silver pawn shop into household names and TV celebrities virtually overnight. Chumlee, with his quirky persona and relaxed attitude, stood out to audiences who found him both entertaining and oddly relatable. Despite the spotlight, Chumlee often became the butt of jokes among his co-stars. They teased him relentlessly, sometimes calling him names like the village idiot, poking fun at his perceived lack of knowledge or silly mistakes. But Chumlee never let it get to him. He understood that his on-screen character served a purpose, and more importantly, he knew what he was capable of. He wasn't playing dumb. He was playing the long game. A turning point came in the episode Pinball Wizards, where Chumlee showcased an unexpected and impressive knowledge of vintage pinball machines. His insight and technical understanding not only surprised the crew, but also gained him newfound respect from the audience. This wasn't a one-off fluke. In another episode, he managed to fix a gas-powered toy car, and in yet another, he correctly identified a pair of counterfeit Air Jordan V sneakers. These moments revealed a deeper layer to Chumlee's persona. Behind the comic relief, there was genuine skill, street smarts, and a keen eye for value, traits that made him more than just a pawn shop employee. Pawn Stars had given Chumlee fame, but it also opened doors for him to explore his entrepreneurial side. With a savvy business sense, Chumlee launched his own brand, selling novelty products like custom-designed t-shirts and other merchandise. He also organized personal appearances and meet and greets to connect directly with fans. His popularity soared, and demand for his merchandise grew rapidly. Recognizing the momentum, Rick Harrison made a strategic move in 2010 by purchasing a 50% stake in Chumlee's business for $155,000. This partnership allowed them to scale operations and keep up with orders while ensuring that Chumlee's brand stayed rooted in the authenticity that fans loved. What began as a gamble, to be the goofy guy on a pawn show, had transformed into a profitable business venture. Chumlee had gone from the backstage pawn shop employee to a nationally recognized reality TV star and savvy business owner, all while staying true to who he was from the start. Chumlee's rise to fame through Pawn Stars was only the beginning of a much broader journey. His television persona, lovable, goofy, but surprisingly insightful, quickly became a fan favorite, and he leveraged that popularity in savvy, business-oriented ways. He expanded beyond just merchandise and launched his own line of products that reflected his personality and interests. One of his more charming ventures included Chumlee's Candy on the Boulevard, a confectionery shop located near the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop in Las Vegas. The store offered nostalgic sweets and novelty treats, reinforcing his image as a fun-loving, yet entrepreneurial figure. It was a tangible confirmation of his success, demonstrating that he was more than just comic relief. He was a legitimate businessman with vision and ambition. Chumlee's contributions to Pawn Stars didn't go unnoticed by the industry either. In 2011, he received a BMI TV Music Award for his work on the show, marking an important professional achievement. The recognition solidified his status in the entertainment world and led to further accolades, including additional nominations for Daytime Emmy Awards. These honors reflected how far he had come since his early days at the shop, no longer just a supporting character, but a vital part of what made the show work. Yet, even as success flowed in, Chumlee faced personal tragedy that deeply impacted him. Just 2 weeks before Pawn Stars made its debut in 2009, Chumlee's father passed away from pancreatic cancer. The loss was devastating, especially given the timing. One of Chumlee's most cherished possessions to this day remains the handcrafted, wooden items made by his father, who was a skilled woodsman. These heirlooms, while not of great financial value, carry deep emotional weight. He has spoken often about how they serve as constant reminders of his father and the lessons he left behind. Despite his business in pawning, these items are completely off-limits for sale, sacred relics of a man who shaped his earliest values. The death of his father, coupled with witnessing his friend Corey Harrison's dramatic weight loss, inspired Chumlee to pursue a healthier lifestyle. He initially succeeded by changing his diet, cutting out processed foods and incorporating regular exercise. He lost over 100 pounds on his own, a feat that showed his determination and discipline. However, the journey wasn't without setbacks. By 2016, he had regained about 50 pounds, reflecting the difficulty many face in maintaining long-term lifestyle changes. His weight peaked around 350 pounds, a number that echoed a serious internal struggle. By 2019, Chumlee resolved to make a permanent change. He opted for a gastric sleeve surgery in October 2021, a procedure designed to reduce the size of the stomach, which in turn reduces appetite and promotes weight loss. The surgery, combined with a continued commitment to healthier habits, helped Chumlee bring his weight down to a stable 190 pounds. His health journey resonated with fans, many of whom admired his openness about the challenges and setbacks he faced. It added a layer of humanity to his public image, transforming him from a television character into someone deeply relatable. Chumlee's fame extended well beyond the pawn shop walls. His popularity as a reality star opened doors to other entertainment ventures. He made guest appearances as himself on shows like iCarly, where his charm translated easily into different formats. He also took time to indulge his other interests, including baking and working on cars. These hobbies further endeared him to his audience, showing his multidimensional personality, equal parts sweet tooth, gearhead, and pop culture icon. His passion for custom vehicles was especially evident in his social media posts, where he showcased a growing collection of high-end cars and custom modifications, revealing yet another side of the man fans thought they already knew so well. Chumlee's love of cars and passion for entertainment led him to explore acting, and in 2017, he managed to secure a small role in the film The P.O. King. Though the part was brief, it placed him on screen alongside established names like Jack Black, allowing him to broaden his portfolio and gain further credibility as a pop culture figure. This move strengthened his identity as more than just a reality star. He was evolving into a recognizable personality across multiple facets of the entertainment industry. But Chumlee never grew complacent with his achievements. Rather than resting on his laurels, he continuously sought new avenues for self-expression and growth. One of his unexpected but genuine passions was music. Determined to take his love of sound to the next level, Chumlee enrolled in DJ school to hone his craft behind the turntables. His first public performance as a DJ generated buzz, especially due to rumors that his rider, an artist's list of demands, included hot chocolate and Girl Scout cookies. Though the story was lighthearted, it demonstrated that Chumlee was now being seen as a public figure capable of drawing headlines beyond Pawn Stars. Ever the opportunist, he hinted at wanting to start a talent search in Las Vegas for undiscovered musicians, showing he had ambitions not just to perform, but to shape the local music scene as a tastemaker and promoter. However, his upward trajectory took a dramatic and troubling turn in March 2016, when Chumlee became embroiled in a scandal that rocked both his personal and professional life. A sexual assault allegation led authorities to raid his Las Vegas home. What they discovered shocked fans and sent ripples through the media. Police reported the seizure of numerous illegal items, including methamphetamine, marijuana, and a dozen firearms. The charges that followed were severe: 19 drug-related charges and 1 felony firearm possession charge. The media frenzy that ensued was unforgiving, and the once lovable pawn shop personality now had his name splashed across headlines for all the wrong reasons. The investigation also revealed strange and unsettling details about his lifestyle, including a private chum room outfitted with a stripper pole, raising further questions about the real man behind the jovial TV persona. While the investigation did not result in trafficking charges, the volume of drugs and weapons found was enough to tarnish Chumlee's reputation significantly. He was released on $62,000 bail and awaited trial. Chumlee's card-collecting hobby quickly evolved into a legitimate side hustle, blending nostalgia with business savvy. He began hosting live-streamed card openings and auctions, drawing a community of fans who appreciated both his knowledge and his unfiltered enthusiasm. His deep dives into rare cards, coupled with giveaways and educational content, made his platform a welcoming space for novice and veteran collectors alike. This venture, much like his candy shop, reflected Chumlee's knack for turning personal passions into profitable endeavors. It was yet another example of his reinvention, transforming his image from a sidelined reality star to a multifaceted entrepreneur with genuine grassroots appeal. Chumlee's love of games didn't stop at cards. He embraced modern mobile gaming, particularly Pokémon Go, in which he reached impressively high levels, showing his dedication wasn't just for show. Sharing this aspect of his life allowed fans to see his fun, relatable side, the guy who grew up in the 80s and 90s, steeped in arcade culture and Saturday morning cartoons. Nostalgia played a huge role in his next creative venture, the development of an original retro-style video game titled Chumlee's Adventure: The Pinky Quest. Designed as a brand new cartridge game for the classic Nintendo Entertainment System, NES, the game channeled everything Chumlee loved about old-school gaming. It was a passion project that paid tribute to his roots, blending humor, adventure, and pixelated charm into a unique gaming experience that resonated with both longtime fans and collectors alike. The entertainment system behind Chumlee's adventure, The Pinky Quest, was heavily inspired by retro classics, most notably the wildly popular Kung Fu game from the original NES. Chumlee wanted to tap into that same nostalgic energy while adding a personal twist by incorporating themes from Pawn Stars. With a vision to blend humor, adventure, and the charm of his television persona, Chumlee launched a development and production campaign that not only showcased his creativity, but also his growing understanding of grassroots marketing. He turned to Kickstarter to finance the project, and the campaign exceeded expectations. Fans of both Pawn Stars and vintage gaming were eager to support the venture, seeing it as a fun, collectible homage to their favorite TV personality and a bygone gaming era. The game's pixelated world was as quirky and charming as Chumlee himself, featuring a blocky but endearing version of his beloved dog, Mr. Piffles, affectionately known as Pinky. The canine character served as both comic relief and a sidekick in the game, mirroring the real-life bond Chumlee shared with his pet. Pinky became more than a character. He symbolized a cornerstone of Chumlee's brand, appearing in merchandise and social media posts, further tying together Chumlee's various personal and professional ventures. Chumlee's quest for stability was often disrupted by the weight of unresolved issues from his past. Legal troubles, including his 2016 arrest on drug and firearm charges, continued to cast a long shadow, complicating both his personal and professional life. Even as he pursued photography, supported Olivia's ambitions, and expanded his business ventures, an undercurrent of emotional strain persisted. Publicly, he maintained a positive image, but privately, the pressures of fame, expectations, and internal battles never fully disappeared. Despite moments of genuine progress, Chumlee's story remained one of resilience, constantly striving for equilibrium in a life shaped by both opportunity and adversity. Chumlee's evolution from a quirky television sidekick to a multifaceted entrepreneur is a compelling narrative of transformation fueled by resilience. Though his fame initially stemmed from his affable role on Pawn Stars, it was his ability to leverage that visibility into lasting ventures that truly defined his success. Even during periods of adversity, including legal troubles and health scares, Chumlee consistently found ways to reinvent himself. The hospitalization in 2020 was more than just a health crisis. It became a turning point, a moment that underscored the fragility of life and served as a wake-up call. It was clear that if he wanted longevity, not just in the industry, but in his personal well-being, he needed to take control of his narrative. The subsequent years reflected a more focused Chumlee, one who was selective about the battles he engaged in and more deliberate with his brand. His foray into real estate was not a one-off fluke, but part of a broader understanding of long-term investments. Meanwhile, his car collection was not just for show. It symbolized his achievements and aspirations. His business ventures, from confections to collectibles, were born out of passion but nurtured with strategy. Chumlee's ability to blend authenticity with savvy has allowed him to remain both relatable and remarkably successful, a rare balance in the realm of celebrity.